All right, let's talk about income. It's the first real step to building wealth. But what does that dollar in your pocket actually represent? Today, we're going to break down not just how you earn money, but the mindset and the strategies that can totally change your financial future.
But before we get into all the details, I want to start with a really simple but kind of powerful question. What's the real value of a dollar? I mean, is it just a piece of paper, or is it something more? The answer might seem obvious, but how you feel about it deep down can shape your entire relationship with money. Think about it. There is a huge psychological difference in how we treat money dependent on where it came from. Money you just get, as a gift, it feels kind of abstract, almost like it isn't real. It's super easy to spend. But money you earn? Oh, that is a whole different story. Every single one of those dollars represents a piece of your life, your time, your energy, your actual skill. And that's exactly why you're just naturally more careful with it.
And this gets us to a really core idea here. The act of earning your own money isn't just about paying the bills. It's about building these crucial life skills. See, when you earn your own way, you're building confidence, a sense of responsibility, and this deep self-reliance that no amount of gifted money could ever give you.
And really, this is the ultimate goal, isn't it? Financial independence. It's that point where no one can use money to control you. It's the freedom to make your own choices, to walk away from a bad job or a bad situation, and to build a life totally on your own terms. Earning isn't just about surviving, it's about freedom.
So we get why earning is so important, but how do you actually do it? Well, there are basically 5 main paths to generating income, and each one has its own rules, its own risks, and its own rewards. Let's dive in and look at your options.
Okay, here are the 5 big ones: employment, self-employment, freelance, passive, and side income. Now, most of us start with just one of these, but honestly, the real key to building wealth is often learning how to combine a few of them. So let's break them down.
So the first path, and the one most of us are familiar with, is employment income. Its superpower is reliability. You get that steady paycheck, probably some decent benefits. The trade-off, though, is that you're trading your time for money, and at the end of the day, your earning potential is pretty much controlled by someone else.
Then there's self-employment, where you are the boss. The upside here is massive. Your earning potential is basically uncapped, and you're in total control. But with all that power comes a lot more responsibility and a lot more risk. You're in charge of everything now, and your income can be pretty unpredictable. Freelancing is kind of like a hybrid of those first two. You're still your own boss, but you're working on a project-by-project basis for different clients. This path gives you incredible flexibility, and it's often the first step people take when they're thinking about starting their own business.
Okay, now for the one everyone dreams about, passive income. This is money that works for you, earned from assets that you've already built or bought. Now, it takes a ton of work or capital to get it started, but this is how you truly break the link between your time and your money. This is the engine of long-term wealth.
And finally, we've got side income. You know it as the side hustle. Think of this as your personal R&D lab. It lets you beef up your savings, test out a business idea, or learn a brand new skill, all while you have the security of your main job. It's a really powerful, low-risk way to innovate your own career.
So now that we've covered the different ways to earn, let's talk about a really common mistake that people make, especially when they're looking at a job offer. They only look at the salary. But that big number they flash at you, that is rarely the whole story. We got to look beyond the paycheck. First, just a quick clarification on 2 words you hear all the time: wage and salary. A wage is what you get paid per hour, and you can often get overtime. A salary is a fixed amount for the whole year. It offers stability, but it's tied to getting the job done, not the number of hours you work. It's a subtle difference, but an important one.
And that brings us to this critical idea of total compensation. Your salary might be the biggest slice of the pie, sure, but it's not the whole pie. Things like health benefits, a retirement match from your company, and bonuses, that's all real money, and it can dramatically change how valuable a job offer actually is.
Let's make this super concrete. Say you get an offer for a $60,000 salary. It might not sound as good as another offer for $65,000. But what if that first job comes with $15,000 worth of benefits? Well, suddenly its total compensation is actually $75,000. That's $10,000 higher. You have to look at the full package.
We spent a lot of time on how to earn money today, but the real game, the long game, isn't about today's paycheck. It's about increasing your ability to earn for the rest of your life, and that means investing in the single most valuable asset you will ever own. And that asset is you.
There's this fantastic quote that says, "Your earning power is your most valuable long-term financial asset." See, it's not about the cash you have in the bank right now, it's about your potential to generate more income tomorrow and for decades to come.
So how do you actually invest in yourself? Well, it really boils down to three things. First, get skills in education. That could be a degree, a trade school, a certification, whatever. Second, master those crucial soft skills. Being a great communicator and being reliable is just as important as being good at the technical stuff. And third, consciously, actively build your reputation.
Let's just hang on that last point for a second because it is so critical. A strong reputation isn't built overnight. It's built through thousands of small, consistent, good decisions over many years. And it becomes the one asset that is truly, completely yours. An asset that no market crash or recession can ever take away from you. So we'll leave you with this final thought. You now have a pretty good framework for how income works today. The real challenge, and honestly, the real opportunity, is what you do with this question. How are you going to grow your power to earn tomorrow?